Mobile, Mandy.
Mandy from Mobile.
Yeah, that's you. How you doing this morning?
Hey, I am grand. I
Good
am
to see you.
so excited about today's show. It is, I don't know, can we keep it under an hour? I think I might need an hour or two with this one.
Oh my gosh.
Forever.
These have typically been 30 minutes or less. Okay. So, Mandy,
I'm going to watch the clock. I'm looking.
I'm going to have to reel you in.
Yeah.
Y'all, we're excited to be back for the 4th annual Do Some Good Mobile publication, where we're highlighting nonprofits in the area, and we're talking to. I'm holding two things. I've got a coffee cup and a magazine. So this is the magazine. If you guys have not already received it, gotten a physical copy, it's okay. Get the digital version. Just go on the mobilerundown.com, click the Do Some Good section. You can read the digital version of the magazine. You can watch interviews from folks. You can listen to interviews. If you're a podcaster, you can do that. But yeah, hang out, and then we're going to tell you who we have on today. I was dancing. Mandy was not having it.
It's a little too early in the morning. I don't know. Maybe it's not.
Mandy was not having it.
It's 9 a.m. our time.
Who do we have on? Give me some hints or something, or tell me something, and let's have a conversation.
Okay. Out of all of the things that either of us have done for personal development, what do you think was the coolest, most impactful thing? Maybe that I've done. You kind of dabbled, but
the coolest thing that you've done?
Yeah.
For personal development?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
TikTok here. You put me on.
Yeah, jeez. Yeah, put me on a tight timeline here. I mean, there's so many, Mandy.
I have developed well.
There's so many. My mind is currently exploding with ideas. I don't even know where to begin.
Well, let me tell you.
That means I wasn't sure.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So a couple of years ago, I happened to meet we were filming something for the rundown, and I got a chance to meet a girl named Natalie. And somehow, some way, God threw it all together, and bam, for a bit, she was my life coach. And so Natalie.
That wasn't your question, first of all.
Personal development.
Okay. I thought you said
we need counseling.
We should arrange that better.
But no, it was the most out of everything that I've ever done, invested in myself and took time for myself to do anything, and have someone to walk along with me in life for a little while. It was Natalie Wynn, and since that time, she has flourished.
I see you did there.
And she has expanded in what she is doing for teens in the mainly Baldwin County, but we're going to say Mobile area as well. She has always had a thing for kids. We'll get some background for her, but she has been in the teen world in one way or another for quite some time. So I am excited to bring her on and chat with her about Flourish.
All right, let's bring her on.
Hi.
Miss Natalie, how you doing?
Good morning.
Happy Monday.
Yeah,
Same to you. All right, hold on. Full quick break here. Of course, the answer is, Natalie was the best move for you in personal development. Mandy's question was what was the biggest change in my personal development? And I was trying to think of tangible things. I was like, now I'm confused. So
I told you context clues.
Yeah, I got you. So the answer, Natalie, of course, is Natalie. So okay.
Yes.
So
now that we have that out of the way.
Yeah. And so we'll get to some of that in a minute. But Natalie, if you will go ahead and take a few moments, introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about Flourish.
Awesome. Well, I'm Natalie. I am the founder and executive director of Flourish. So first of all, a little bit about me. I'm from a little bit south of Atlanta area, Noonan, Georgia. It's a small town. So moved down here in 2013. I've been in the area for a while now and call the Gulf Coast home. And from there, my husband actually moved down here and took over a Chick-fil-A for a long time. And up until 2020, I was pretty much in the Chick-fil-A world. He owns the Dauphin Street location, and I did marketing and training and hiring for Chick-fil-A for actually started in 2009. So I've just now kind of retired. So about 13 years with Chick-fil-A. And so that was what brought us here. And then from there, I kind of dabbled a little bit in different nonprofits, from working with a nonprofit in Haiti, Make-A-Wish, and just trying to find my place in helping others and giving back to our community. And during 2020, I just felt a real calling and desire to open a place for teen girls. So that is what Flourish is. We have kind of a mission of equipping and empowering girls, but our biggest focus is our community center in Daphne. So that's actually, I'm coming to you from my office here. And so we launched in the fall of 2020, just a community center for teen girls. And it's been a real journey. It's been really, it's so different from when I began. I actually came here with Brooks before I decided to start it. I was like, yeah, I think it's going to be a place just for like foster kids. And like that didn't pan out. But, it's like always a journey trying to figure out where you're going with your vision. But so we've been running for about a year and a half now.
I love it. It feels like yesterday. It really feels like yesterday. I can't believe it was fall of 2020, which was life was crazy at that time. And the fact that you were able to get anything off the ground during 2020 is incredible. So tell us a little bit about where the facility is located. And if I'm a mom, or if I'm a school counselor, or in roles where I have access to teen girls that may need some sort of mentorship program, tell me a little bit about how the girls get connected with you and where it's at and all the things.
Yeah. Well, so our location is on 181 here in Daphne. So we're about less than 10 minutes off the interstate. And we have a big facility here with main large room where the girls come for classes. And then we have kind of little breakout rooms like this one where I meet with the girls. Today, for instance, doing some intakes with new girls where I get to meet with them one-on-one and kind of hear why they need services from us and how we can connect them. So the way that we word things with what we do is because we never want girls to feel like they're different than any other girl. But our heart and our mission is for girls that don't have access to resources like this. So a lot of girls might be able to afford to go to horseback riding lessons, or to go to a painting class, or to be involved in extracurricular activities, usually because their parents are able to take them, or they have resource and financial means to do that. But our focus is on helping reach girls that aren't able to do those things. And so we say that we serve girls from under-resourced communities. So we specifically kind of go out and look for the girls that are maybe not able to, like, they come home from school, they're home alone, their parents have to work full time, and they're not able to then take them to go be involved in anything. And then from there, we also partner with our school counselors. So locally, our public schools and mental health facilities like Alta Point and local mental health counselors. We talk with them, let them know that we're here, and they specifically refer girls to us. So a lot of pretty much, I would say 3/4 of our girls are here specifically for mental health needs. A lot of them might have experienced self-harm or attempted suicide. And so we're really trying to reach girls that are needing some resources, needing some support. And so usually it kind of comes from referral based from counselors or from mental health facilities locally has kind of been our biggest feed into the system. So yeah.
Okay, so this is actually really incredible because I'm thinking about it. We were once teen girls, and I'm thinking back to
I sure was.
not you. You were once a teen boy.
The two of you.
Yeah, and so to have a place that is outside a therapist's like environment, something that's a little bit colder and more doctor, like, you know, just a little bit more structured. To have a place like Flourish is like, it sounds like heaven for a teen girl. The fact that you were able to reach out and have the referrals from these counselors is incredible, to just be able to send them to a place where they could feel maybe more at ease.
Yeah.
And where you can kind of dig in a little bit more. Whenever I mean, you know, I don't know who all's had therapy or not, but it's you go, you sit, you develop a little relationship, but you're not digging deep with that person. And it sounds like where you come in is where you are able to dig deep with these girls.
Yeah, definitely. It's been so rewarding because a lot of them, it takes a while for them to open up. And I think the counseling services is super important, and it's something that we offer, but we kind of offer it as a option for the parents, for the girls, if that's something that they want. And but if they don't, then they know that at least they are getting personal development through, and they have a mentor. So I can kind of tell you guys a little bit about our programs and what they can expect. So when they join, we meet every Tuesday and every other Thursday here at our community center for classes. So we have two programs, which is Equip and Empower. And so our Empower program, it pretty much just helps them build their self-confidence. And that's for like our younger teens. So 13, we actually open it up to all 13 to 18-year-olds is the age range we serve. But most of them are about 13 to 15. And those classes focus on personal development, creative classes like art, doing community service projects, and health classes. So we focus on those 4 pillars every month and try to have them learn different skills within those. So it could be that they're learning a new art skill. Next week, we're talking about public speaking, which is actually a really big skill that a lot of our girls struggle with, because I really saw from COVID and like the shutdown and the devices and not having that personal connection, they have all really struggled going back to school and back to communicating with each other face to face, or just like saying hi and acknowledging names is really hard. So we're trying to really build that confidence that you can have a conversation with another person and it's not just like staring at your phone. So those are the things that we focus on with development. And they get those every Tuesday. And then every other Thursday, we have a program just for 15 to 18-year-olds. And that's our what we call social enterprise, or kind of like career exploration. So they come and we do a topic around getting them prepared for either career or going into further schooling. So we're going to be going and doing a tour of like a real estate office, Mandy, and learning about learning about, you know, maybe you'd be interested in being a real estate agent, or maybe you won't, or going to a coffee shop and seeing what it's like to be a barista, and showing them different avenues they can go in that will help them explore, so that they feel a little bit more equipped, as we say, to explore for the future and what they want to go into. And then
that
also, I want to sign
that sounds really cool. Like a good time. Like I wish I had been able to do that in high school. I don't think I ever did that. Yeah, that's awesome.
An experience to be able to I guess in school you have these career fairs, or they used to, and you have somebody come in and talk to a class. It is totally different for having somebody come in and I'm a doctor and I cut people open, to like, hey, this is like the environment that I'm in, and this is like really what I do. Like you're connecting. That's incredible. I love it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Thanks. Yeah, it's honestly very new, so we're figuring it out every week. We started that in January, and the girls also are making candles, which is kind of a segue. I did not plan on becoming a candle maker, but during COVID, I also I actually brought one along so you guys can see. But
please show. Yeah, we have burned one of those delicious candles.
We have burned several of those delicious candles. Actually,
I say delicious because it's like, well, you kind of want to eat them, even though you're not. Because they smell so good. Yeah, I guess that's why I call it delicious. They're awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I decided to learn how to make one from YouTube during COVID to fundraise for Combeat Haiti, which is a nonprofit I'm on the board for, and it did really well. And then I was like, well, I can make some more and save up money for opening Flourish. And then just kind of kept going. And City Hope was like, hey, we're having a conference. Do you want to make candles for us? And so it just kind of kept moving along. And then I decided to like, let's really do this and do wholesale candles and put other brands' names on them locally. And so we've been partnered up with, I think, close to 20 brands locally that we put their brand on it and we let them promote their business, but it helps provide for our community center. And now our older girls are getting paid to make them, which is really exciting. So
that's cool.
Yeah, so that was like long-term goal, and it's kind of gotten here quickly. But we have 5 girls now that are employed that are able to make some money and learn like what it's like to have a job before they go get a real job. So yeah, we love it.
That's cool. How does
love it.
Explain the business co-branding thing, because that's interesting. So like you're saying you partner with local businesses, and how is that working? Like, what does that look like?
So for instance, like Rooted and Grounded Coffee. Well, they're one actually that leaves our brand on there, but
okay.
A couple of them say, hey, no, I want it to say Flourish, but so the chemo box.
So you're like white labeling it. So like instead of Flourish, you're like putting their brand on it. So you're just making the candles for them.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
So
Okay. Interesting.
They put a wholesale price. So they get them for like half the price as long as they buy bulk. And then we put their website on it, we put their logo on it, and they get to pick out the jars and the scents and everything. So that's been like super successful because everybody kind of wants a branded thing. And it's easier for us to sell like 24 to a brand versus selling 1 to Mandy, even though we love those too. But
of course, that's absolutely fantastic. I hope that people are listening or watching. If they're a business owner or they're trying to raise funds for something, it could be for anything, like a cheerleading group. It could be anything.
Yeah, and it's still a way to help you guys. Like they know they're still helping you because you're obviously still able to make some money, but they're able to help their organization too. So it's like, that's a cool win-win idea. Like that a lot. That's awesome.
Candle making is not easy. I have seen candle making in progress.
Yeah, we have seen it.
I mean, it seems easy. Because you're like, oh, whatever,
maybe it's easy once you know what you're doing. But it's a process, huh?
Like things, but the biggest thing is trying to like get them all done. We have like 5 different businesses we need to make for this week, but we also have like our programs going on, so it can get a little. We're like, we have a lot of candles to make.
My goodness gracious! Well, hey, free labor here. Just let me know if you ever need.
Oh wow, you sign up and volunteer. That's great. So, are those programs? Are they like after school or how does that work?
Weekends,
like, so when does that?
Yeah, Tuesdays and Thursdays it's 4:45 to 6:45. So we kind of give them time to get here. And our long-term goal is to get transportation. So that's been the biggest piece of another resource is a lot of kids don't have that. They get dropped off at home with the bus, and then unless we go pick them up, which we do go pick a couple of them up, but majority of them get brought here. And so we would like to be able to eventually expand and have a larger community center, but also larger transportation piece where we can have a van and be able to pick them up and such. So we meet after school. And then our other program is called Lotus, is our mentoring program. And so that kind of gives women in our community an opportunity to pour back into teen girls locally. So all of our girls are offered a mentor, and our mentors go through training to be able to kind of coach and support the girls outside of our regular classes. So if they're having a bad day on Monday, or they're like, hey, I have a test coming up, I'm nervous about it, they can, text Mandy and say, hey, Mandy, I've been having a bad day. Like, can I call you? Or you guys go get coffee. And so our girls are all partnered up with a woman that is interested in being that for a girl in our community. And they meet up monthly, and they can go do whatever. So we actually have, outside of our regular programs here, we have about 5 girls in Mobile that just have mentors because they're not able to get over here. But we wanted to make sure they had someone to partner up with. And so they go and do stuff every month and support them. So it's been a really cool way. I saw as the girls started to filter in and I was by here myself, I'm like, I can't talk to each of them and be there for 10 of them, So we just decided to kind of there's so many women out there that want to pour into girls or wanted that when they were younger. Because a lot of times as you're a teen girl, like talking to your parents about things you're going through is not always what
No,
you do.
absolutely not.
And so, I had a youth group leader growing up that was that for me, and she was always there for me. And so I wanted these girls to have that. So it's been really cool. We have some awesome mentors in our community. So yeah.
So, okay, so I know Flourish has been like literally your lifetime in the making. I feel like this is where you have been back in, I guess it was like 2017, 2018, I think is whenever you were my life coach. And I feel like even at that time you were searching, you were looking for ways to get plugged in. And like you said, you had gotten involved in a number of organizations and done some things here and there, but it never really felt like the right fit. And here you are, it's 2022, and you have created this like entire organization that is doing so much. You're not just like, oh, come over on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we'll paint and chat. Like you're investing in these young girls' futures and creating relationships for them, which they may have never had the opportunity to have. So it's incredible. So you're offering the big sister feel. You're giving them a chance to understand a little bit about what life is about in adulting in the workplace, and you're investing in their personal development. Like it's insane and it's beautiful. So it's really cool. It's really nothing like it. Like I can't think of any other, I don't know if I'm missing something, or I can't think of any other organization that's doing quite what you're doing specifically for that age range, which is hard. That is the hardest age range. I mean, you're keeping like middle school and high school. Like as a girl, it's a little bit different. I think I love it that you're focused on women. Boys have their own thing, but all the hormones and the things and the stress of being a girl, especially in the world that we're living in, and all the things that we think we need to live up to, which are not true. But you don't know that unless you have someone telling you that. And if it's your mom, you're not listening. So having someone, with some experience outside of family is absolutely amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So say I'm listening and I'm like, well, I would love to hang out with some teen girls and pour into them. What's the best way how does that work? Do you kind of have a vetting process, or is it just like somebody raised their hand?
So you can go on our website, which is flourishala.com. There's a spot for like get involved, or I think it's at the top says get involved, or you can go to volunteer. And you just fill out a little form, you reach out to us, and then we get back to you and set up a time for a meeting. So I meet with each person interested in volunteering, and then kind of from there you go through a training and then a background check. And so we have a little bit of vetting there for sure, but unless you're a mentor, you're never, by yourself with a girl. So our mentors kind of go through a little bit more training. But yeah, so we're always, looking for volunteers, because you never know who. We have a great group of volunteers now, but a lot of people, work full-time jobs, so it's hard to come after school hours. So always looking for, new faces to come and get involved, or even if it's something that you want to do in Mobile. If I know you guys have a huge Mobile following, obviously too, of doing a fundraiser, putting on an event where we can all come together. Or if, I know Mandy, you guys, we were going to potentially sell candles at your King Cake Off, but I was out of town. But so, we love to set up markets. And so if business owners are listening and are having an event, we'd love to come set up a table to, talk about ourselves. So, we're always, volunteers, definitely. So on our website, feel free to sign up.
Okay. Well, one of the things that it's a topic that we have to talk about, it's funding. And so that's one of the struggles of any organization, any business, anything at all, is like, how are we going to get funded? And so you have a thing called 25 to Thrive. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so 25 to Thrive is basically a way for people in our community to get involved in supporting girls' health. So one of the things that we want to teach the girls is healthy lifestyle. Not that they can't, enjoy all the foods and have fun, but also teaching them about eating fruits and vegetables and food that fuels your body and being active, because it is hard, especially as we've seen with grocery costs these days. Like, healthier food is more expensive and it's not as easy to access, especially if you can't afford it. And so what we want to do is help the girls be able to do those things and have healthy food options here when they come to class. So every week they're coming here and getting healthy snacks and drinks. And so that's just a way for a person to plug in. And so on our website, you can do flourishal.com/donate. And there's a way to commit to donating $25 a month, and that helps you sponsor one of the girls in our program. And then, you know, from there as well, just monthly donors are such a huge support for us, because besides our community center, which our community center alone is a lot to support, but then being able to eventually, we actually just hired our first staff member, which is exciting.
Congratulations. Yeah.
So, you know, being able to continue to grow this, like I said, getting a van and adding more resources is really important. So just having people that are interested in plugging in as a monthly donor, even if it's $5, $10, $25, but yeah, 25 to Thrive is like a great way to start off. And then that automatically gets you in the Flourish family, where you'll get gifts from us in the mail and updates, and the girls will send cards to you. So we want to have like a little bit of a program for thanking you for joining us. So 25 to Thrive is like a way to do that.
The Flourish fam. I like that. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad that you touched on health too, because I feel like whenever I was interning in college, I worked for a nonprofit that their focus was on food deserts, some areas of town where like literally they have no access to fruits and vegetables, anything local, anything. I am overwhelmed by the fact that there are some children in our community who have literally never had like local farm fresh food, things that they've never had anybody tell them like, hey, like, let's not eat popcorns or Pop-Tarts and chips and, you know, just all the pre-made processed things and the drinks and all those kinds of things. If you don't know better, and if you've never been introduced to healthy food and how to do that, you're literally just you're getting whatever you can get at the convenience store. So teaching the health part of that too, I think, is so incredible, because it's so important for their livelihood and for their future to learn healthy habits. So it's really cool that you're doing that as well.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we actually did a gardening class 2 weeks ago and showed them, like, we just pulled celery and carrots from the ground and ate it there. And we're showing them like you can grow your own like healthy fruits and vegetables. Obviously having land is important, but even we've taught them about like window box stuff and being able to make, like, we cut mint and made mint tea with it. And that's our creative director, Sarah. She's amazing. I am not the gardener. But even doing classes like that, if there's people, that's another piece too. All of our classes are taught by community partners. So if somebody in our community would like to come in and teach a class or have us to their space, we would love to do that. And we have that, you know, on our website too, for getting involved. If you're like, hey, I would love to teach a class, or if you guys wanted to talk to us about what it's like to run a magazine publication and put all that out, you know, or have an intern.
Yeah. I wish I would have had somebody to teach me. So very cool.
So and then tomorrow night we're going to a fitness class at Boom Performance, and we're going to teach them about different, you know, active lifestyles. So just showing them that working out can be fun sometimes. So
right. Yeah.
What's a Boom Performance?
Boom Performance. It's run by KJ Minifield. It's in Daphne and Fairhope. So it's kind of like small group training, and I go there and work out. And so they were nice enough to let us come, and one of their coaches, Sarah, is going to teach us tomorrow night.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Yeah. It's kind of like a big gym, like open gym, and they do small group class training, personal training.
Oh, it's called Boom Performance.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Got it. I was like, we're going to a Boom Performance. I'm like, whoa. What is this Boom Performance we're going to?
Brooks wants to lead whatever it is.
I want in. Yeah. I want to be at the Boom Performance. Okay. All right, cool.
I love it.
Is there anything that is there anything we haven't asked you, or something you wish people asked you more, or that you don't get to talk about enough, or does anything come to mind when I ask you that? Because I just want to make sure that we don't leave any stone unturned if there's something that comes to mind.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I would say is one of the hearts behind everything I do, and Mandy kind of knows about this, is one of the reasons I started Flourish is because I saw the need for a safe place for girls because of the intense numbers we're seeing right now of teen girls entering trafficking in the country, the average age of entry being 12 to 13 years old. And mostly because of girls just not knowing who they are and knowing that they can have somebody to call on or that they have a safe place to go. And so that is one thing that I want to share with people in general is helping teens or kids even younger than that, knowing that they have a safe person in their life that they can reach out to. Because a lot of times kids end up running away or getting into unhealthy relationships because they don't know a way out or they don't know what healthy relationships look like. And so I think that's important. Like Flourish is great for this spot that we're in, but like all throughout our communities, even in youth groups or in, there's different organizations like Light of the Village where you're working hands-on with these kids and letting them know that, hey, I'm here for you, or here's my number in case you ever get in a situation where you're in a relationship that you feel like you can't get out of. So that's something that I'm super passionate about, is just helping not just girls, but teen boys too, but just kids to know that they have somebody else there for them. And that helps us decrease these statistics. And the second leading cause of death for 10 to 34-year-olds is suicide right now. Helping them to know they have somebody to come and talk to. That's a huge thing for me now too. We've had several girls with attempted suicides and self-harm, and helping them reiterate, you're important and you're valued and you're loved is just really important these days. The world's going through a lot, and that's something I would just like to leave with, and that we all have the opportunity, where whatever community we're in, to help one person feel like they're important and that we're there for them. So, yeah.
Okay, that stat literally gave me chill bumps. So 10 to 34-year-olds, second leading cause of death is suicide. That is insane. That is insane. Amazing that you were there to help change those numbers and pouring into these girls. That's incredible. Wow. There's so much that you are doing.
On a lighter note, our September 22nd, you can kind of save the date, is our first formal fundraiser. We're going to be having it at the Eastern Shore Arts Center. So it's a little bit of ways, but we are looking for sponsors and for people to be involved and to come. So we'll be sharing that on our social media soon, but you guys be looking out for that. It'll be a fun evening to celebrate, and good food and drinks. And we're going to have a creative art silent auction, lots of pretty art to auction off. And yeah.
I love it. I am a sucker for a silent auction. It's true. I will be there. I love it.
Mandy likes a good silent auction.
I do. Thank you so much for spending your morning with us and sharing with us all that Flourish is doing, and a little bit about your background, and really bringing your right up and do some good to life, and to put a face with the amazing good that's happening across the Bay. So, and in Mobile, in Mobile too, of course.
If people want to connect with y'all,
yes.
is the best place to go, is it flourishala.com? Is that where you would want to send everyone to connect with you? Or if you have other ways?
And Instagram, we're like always on Instagram. So Instagram is flourish.al. And so I'm always on there, and you can message me, and Facebook too. So I'm always connected.
I love it.
Perfect.
Yeah. Thank you guys for having me and for like featuring all these awesome nonprofits. I think it's so cool what y'all are doing it's hard as a nonprofit to like, there's so much noise out there, and like, how do you get your mission across? And so you guys doing this is so awesome. So I appreciate it.
Oh man, no, we just love all the good that's being done. Our goal with the magazine is really with these podcasts is to shine a light. There's so much good going on. And like, for you, for instance, 13 to 18-year-old girls and the mission that you're carrying out, like, we got to spread that. We got to like let the people know. So I am so excited that we are here to do that. So thank you for being a part.
Heck yeah. Well, thanks for being with us. If you have a second, stick around. And we'll chat with you for just a second after. If you don't, if you have to go, no problem. But yeah, thanks so much. And have an awesome week.
All right. Thank you guys. You too.
All right. Talk soon. That was great.
That was fantastic.
What did you think? What is your recap? What are your final thoughts there?
I could talk for another 2 hours.
Well, you don't have 2 hours. 60 seconds. Good.
No, I think it's incredible.
Yeah.
I feel so disconnected from the world of teenage girls. You and I, we have a teenage boy, and
Right.
we don't get to see. We kind of hear stories from him and some of his female friends and some of the things that they're going, but we're not in the home. We don't see these things. We're not
Right.
Necessarily in the school systems much. So.
And it's been a long time since you were a teenage girl. It has not been that long since you were a teenage girl.
It was yesterday. Okay,
Exactly.
It was yesterday.
Well, I don't know. You're acting like you
I know,
have
we're
no idea
disconnected.
what it's like. So
No. But for someone in our peer group,
yeah,
for them to create the space for girls, it's just amazing.
Totally.
And so if you are looking to be a mentor, you want to be a part of this, if you have a teen girl, if you're in the school system, if you know a teen girl in that age range that you think would be a good fit, reach out to Natalie and make that connection.
Yeah, flourishal.com or find them on Insta and all that. All right, we'll see you guys on the next one.
All right.
Take care.